Hello, welcome back. So I was filming a different video and then I had a book slump. I had a reading slump, really bad one. I was filming a finishing half read books in my collection, and I read I think 2, maybe 3. One of the books that I finished was just so bad it put me in a downward spiral, and I think did not read more than like 5 books between the months of March and April. And then May I got my groove back a little bit, and so now it's beginning of June. My camera stopped filming. I don't know how my camera stopped filming, but my camera stopped filming and I am upset about it. I literally sat here for like 20 minutes. 20 minutes. Anyways, now that I've gotten the test run out of the way, I guess I'm a little less awkward. So we're gonna just go through this again. It's beginning of June and I finally got my groove back into the reading. I'm not in my reading slump anymore, and I figured I would try to work through my physical collection, like my physical to be read collection. So I picked out 5 books that I want to get through the month of June, and we'll see how that goes. I'm not too worried about getting through them right now. I haven't really been into like e-reading, so I haven't really touched a Kindle or like Kindle book in forever. I think I read maybe 2 last month, which is crazy because I read 6 books, so it's crazy that like over half of them were physical copies that I own. So I'm trying to, honestly, it's a good thing. I have so many books, so many physical books, and they just keep growing because I have no self-restraint and I love buying new books. So I have 5 that I've picked out, and then if I get to more, I get to more. If I get to less, I get to less. But this is, I think, a good starting off point just to get my foot in the door. I also picked books that I think, with the exception of one, that I think I'm gonna really enjoy and won't put me back into a reading slump, and that I'm genuinely interested in. The exception to that rule is Immortal Longings by Chloe Gong. I got this in a book of the month subscription box, and I've since canceled my book of the month subscription box just because I felt like I was getting a lot of books that I would read the synopsis of on the app, and I would think that I would enjoy it, and then it would actually get delivered to me and then I wouldn't read it. And that happened several times. I have so many book of the month books that I haven't even thought of touching. I think I've only read 1 from like 7 that I have, which is absolutely insane, and I don't know why I would do that to myself. But I wanted to get to this one because when it came out, I remember that I was really interested in it. I have another book by Chloe Gong called Foul Lady Fortune, if I'm not mistaken, and this is more of like an adult novel, while the other ones that she's written before this were all young adult novels. At least that's how it was described on Book of the Month. I don't actually know what this book is about. I don't know what happens in it. I just know that I'm pretty sure it's just like a fantasy novel. So there's that. So I'm hoping to do that one just to kind of knock out some of the Book of the Month books that I got, and then hopefully I enjoy it because I have other books by Chloe Gong. So if I enjoy this one, I'm sure I'll enjoy all of her young adult novels that I have as well. Another book that I want to read is newer to my collection. I actually just bought this from Barnes & Noble. It's the last one that I just like didn't have because it was only in hardcovers before, and I only other ones in paperback, so I wasn't gonna buy a hardcover of this one. But it's How the King of Elfhame Learned to Hate Stories by Holly Black. Oh my god, the amount of times it took me to get that. I love Holly Black. I love the Cruel Prince series, which this is like technically the last in the series because it's about Cardan, and I think it's in Cardan's point of view, but I don't think it actually has anything to do with the Cruel Prince series. From the synopsis that I've read, it's more about like stories from his past. It just gives a little bit more insight into him as a kid, which I'm excited to read about because we don't get a lot of Cardan in the books, unfortunately, and I do really enjoy Cardan as a character. So, but it was about Jude, so that makes perfect sense that we didn't get too much of him. But I'm excited. It's gonna be a short and easy read. Like you can see, it's like a lot of pictures. Oh, maybe you can't see. It's a lot of pictures in here with like some words, so it's very small. It's a very small book. So this will be nice and easy, and then I'll finally have finished the Cruel Prince series, and then I can move on to like Oak's story after that. The next one, also newer to my collection. I actually bought this because I was hearing such good reviews about it that I was like, I gotta buy it. I gotta read it. It's gonna be amazing. And that's Butcher and Blackbird by Brynne Weaver. This, from what I remember seeing, is about two serial killers that end up getting together. And I don't remember exactly how that happens. I think they're in competition because they like kill bad people, if I'm not mistaken. So I think they're like in competition with each other to see who can kill the bad people first. But that might be wrong. Like I said, didn't really read the synopsis when I bought it. I just saw that people were really enjoying it, so I decided to buy it myself. And I don't like reading the synopses of books. I like going into them pretty blind. So I am okay with the fact that I don't know what this is about, but I'm excited. It's gonna be a good book, I'm sure. Next, we have Wild Love by Elsie Silver. Wild Love by Elsie Silver. I'm very excited. I just finished reading her Chestnut Spring series and it was great. I enjoyed some books a lot more than others in that series, but for the most part I did like almost every single one of them. I think this is a new series that she's going to be starting, so I'm excited to read this. I've heard mixed reviews, like some good, some bad, so we'll see how I enjoy it. Last but not least, this one I've had for a while in like my TV read, so I don't actually remember at all what this book is about, like not even a little bit, not even an inkling. I can guess, but I don't know. This is the Flat Share by Beth O'Leary, and I'm assuming they share a flat, so it's British. I'm assuming they share an apartment together. Maybe they're like roommates or something, and then they end up getting together. This one looks small, but the writing is teeny tiny, so it's only like 300 pages, but it's like super small words, so we'll see how long that one takes me to read. That being said, I think I really wanted to read this one when I first put it into my, like when I first got it into my TBR, and I don't know why I didn't read it when I first bought it, but it's fine. But I am assuming they probably like share an apartment, they hate each other, they start talking, they end up liking each other. I read a book similar to that. It was more of a short story by, I don't even think you can see it, but it's by Ali Hazelwood. It was in the Loath to Love You book. Actually, let's see, Under One Roof by Ali Hazelwood. So this is just a collection of 3 of her short stories that she put into just one big book. And Under One Roof I really enjoyed. I liked it a lot. So I'm assuming it's probably gonna follow the same premise, or like it's gonna be the same gist. So I'm excited, but that is my goal. That is my goal for the month of June. I have 5 books that I am hoping to get through, which I don't think is gonna be hard. A lot of these are short, like all of these are short really. Like I don't think any of these are over 400 pages, so they're gonna all be pretty quick and easy reads as long as they're interesting, which like I said, I tried to pick ones that I know I will most likely enjoy so that I can get through them. And then if I get through more, I get through more. If I don't get through all of them, you know, sad, which would be really sad, but it is what it is. But yeah, so yes, I will post my reading wrap up at the end of the month, maybe early July. If I don't get to it early June, lol. If I don't get to it late June, then probably early July is when I'll post it, and I'll just give my thoughts, maybe some ratings and stuff like that, just on the books. But yes, I'm excited to finally get back into the groove of things. It was rough. It's really weird because like I love reading. I love to read. I enjoy it so much, and so being in a reading slump is terrible because I wanted to read and I would pick up books and I would want to read them really bad, but I just couldn't do it. Like my brain was like no. Like I wanted to and then I didn't want to all at the same time, which is crazy. But I'm finally back into reading again, which is nice because like I said, I just like doing it, so it's good to be back into the groove of things and have something to spend my time on that isn't watching TV. However, I am obsessed with Stardew Valley right now, and I've logged quite a few hours, especially during that reading slump. That was all I was doing, was Stardew Valley. So I'm actually gonna go play Stardew Valley right now. But anyways, if you're excited to read along with me, if you're reading any of these books, or just kind of get my thoughts and takes on them at the end of the month, you can feel free to subscribe. Hopefully my video comes out in a timely fashion and I actually post it late June, early July, and not mid-August, Andrea. But yes, hopefully that comes out soon. It's, I think, second week of June right now. It's the 6th, so maybe not. It's actually about to be second week of June. So I have a month to read 5 books, which is very obtainable for me. I'm a little uncomfy. If you wanted to, please like and comment, I guess. Any questions, comments, concerns, worries. It drives up the engagement on the video, so it gets recommended to more people. However, I don't know if I want this to get recommended to more people. I don't know if I want that to happen. I'm gonna be very candid, very honest and open here. This is an awkward experience. It is awkward to sit in my room and talk to a camera when there's no one here. It's weird. It's very weird, and it takes a long time. Like, I sit here for a long time and I will sit and like say things, and then I have to stop myself because what I'm saying doesn't make any sense, and I have to regroup and then start speaking again. And it's rough. It's rough. But yeah, if you enjoy my videos, I'm glad. Thank you so much. For mostly it's just my friends whom I love that are watching this, so thank you. So if you like watching these, I mean, I like talking about books. It's just a little weird to not do it when there's a person in front of me. Like, there's no one here. So I know that you're gonna be watching this, and I know like you're gonna be seeing it, and now it's like I'm talking to you, right? But right now I am talking to a camera. I am basically talking to a wall, and it's interesting. It's an interesting experience. But that being said, I'm gonna go play Stardew Valley. And if you liked this video, thank you so much for watching it. I appreciate you and I love you guys. All my friends that I know are watching this. But love you all. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to, and I'll try and get more videos out in a timely fashion and not wait like 3 months in between all of them, because I think that's the last time I posted. That last one is like literally 3 months ago. But yeah, bye.